In the beginning, storks delivered babies. It wasn't always easy. No matter how tough or impossible or brutal or inhumane or savage, we would triumph over adversity. Thank goodness we don't do that anymore.
What inspired you to do a children's film?
For me, it was just being asked and getting to work with Nick Stoller, who is someone I really admire. And I generally love animated movies, and this was no exception.
Yeah, and I auditioned and I got the part.
That's the important part. What does family mean to you?
I think like the word comfort comes to mind, and belonging, familiarity, weird fights. Fights you can only have with your family. You know, it's like you can fight, you could like argue certain ways with your family and always be family. And other families, like other, you know.
Yeah.
My sister and I fight, and then we're just like the next second we're like, do you want some tea? Yeah, okay. Stuff like that.
The comfort of finding your flock.
Yeah.
Way to work the tagline in there, guys.
Yes. And is there?
So what inspired you both to make this film?
Well, he's my inspiration, so.
We mutually inspired one another.
Yeah, right.
Obviously.
For me, it was the ability to take someone like a Nick Stoller, who's worked in the live action world, doing some fun comedies, and put him into the world of animation, where we don't often get filmmakers like Nick that are attracted to it, wanting to make a movie like this. So for me, someone who's done a few of these, I'm looking for something that's different, a little bit of an edge, and so that's why I did it. Yeah.
For me, it's just seemed like a fun character to play. I got kids. I like doing animation. That's good.
The big
Yeah,
bad guy.
The big guy. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was really impressed with how Nick approached the entire film. I thought it was just really great. So what do you hope, since it's kind of targeted towards kids in a lot of ways, what do you hope the children were going to get out of this and walk away with?
I hope they'll walk away with having spent a couple of hours being entertained and sort of being reminded that being a human being is a really great experience. And being a kid can be a great experience too. You know, kids are a lot more forgiving as an audience, but then they're also, they know things so instantly. I mean, they'll remember the movie almost frame by frame, whereas an adult will go like, oh yeah, I really sort of enjoyed it, it was sweet, it surprised me. Kids will get it, they'll get it all through. And I think they'll know that storks are not really bringing any babies. But that they'll think that, I think that this whole thing of like the storks suddenly wanting to fulfill what is their natural destiny, of like, oh my God, there's a baby needs to be delivered. And suddenly their meaning comes to life. I think all that stuff comes into play here. I think all kids are going, I'm gonna find my reason to be. I'm gonna find out what's right for me. I think any kid over 4 years old will figure that out. So it's lovely.
So what made you guys want to make this film?
They said yes. No, no. It's a you know, all the movies I've directed have been very close to me personally, like very close to me emotionally, just because you have to spend so much time and effort to do it and to really be inside of it. And so this film, the kind of emotional genesis for the idea was based on my. I have two daughters, and my older one was very easy. It was very easy for my wife and I to have her, and my younger one was very hard, and it was kind of a surprise. We had to do a lot of fertility stuff, and it seemed something that was worth talking about in a movie, obviously in a very buried way. And then I came up with this idea of a world where storks used to deliver babies and now deliver for Amazon, and it just seemed like a funny, comedic way into this emotional premise.
So the theme of family is prevalent. What does family mean to you?
I mean, a family is a group of people that like love each other.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you know,
It's the people
really.
you love.
Yeah, it's the people you love. You know, I think like that's really what it is, and I think that's what the movie is trying to get across. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you hope kids are going to walk away from with this film?
I mean, I hope they have a great time, you know, and laugh a lot and get an appreciation for weirdo comedy. Like, the weirdo comedies, like, I mean, like, I grew up watching, my favorite movie, weirdly, wasn't Star Wars, it was Time Bandits. I watched Time Bandits 8,000 times.
Wow.
And it really, like, gave me a worldview that I think I appreciate having a slightly weirder
Yeah,
worldview.
right.
And so, like, I hope that they, you know, that they also have, like, a nice little emotional experience, too, you know.
In January of 2014, my wife Joey and I decided to take a year off. We believed that God would give us a great story, and He did.